Alrighty, y'all. This video has been a long time coming. Basically, I was writing up a list of 30 things I want to do before I turn 30. And one of the things I put on that list is finally selling all the things that I've crocheted and knit that I don't wear. Like, I literally have a suitcase where I've just put in all the things that I categorically know I'm never going to wear. Like, they don't even sit in my rotation of clothing that I choose from. So there's actually no good reason for me to be holding on to it. I think I used to have like some sort of sentimental connection to them, slash some of them because I was making them for myself. I haven't like woven in the ends properly, or like they're kind of like hard to get on your body, or like I installed elastic but really poorly, just like weird quirks. I think now that like in the past year or two, I've been prioritizing making things that I actually want to wear. Like all the stuff I make now actually goes into my closet. So all this old stuff, I think it's time to just like clear it out and find a better home for it. So I'm basically going to be going through, trying things on and like explaining anything that's like not ideal about it, because some of these pieces, like obviously I'll have photos when I list it on the website, but I want to give like a little bit more context about, you know, oh, is it see-through? Is it like hard to fit over my hips? Just because like some of these pieces aren't really finished in a like really professional for sale kind of way. And I just want to caveat that. And with no further ado, let's get into it. Also, my hair is wet. It's like in the process of drying. So if you see it start to look a little bit crazy and frizzy in this video, it's just because I haven't styled it properly. Okay. By the way, I'm going in no particular order, so this is going to be really random, but I have this hat. I think it's made out of mohair, and basically I didn't really like how it fit. So then I installed this like elastic on the inside of the brim so that it would like, I don't know, stay on the head a little bit better. It sort of has the shape of those like retro hats that women used to wear in, I don't know which decade. I'm not good with that. Also, I haven't really decided how I'm going to price these. I don't think I'm going to try to make it a fair price where I'm like including the material costs and all the labor costs, because then these would be really expensive. I'm going to try and make them on the more reasonable end, just because obviously I am trying to get rid of them. Next is one of my patterns. This is my cupcake ruffle skirt in all cream. I actually think I have this listed on my website already. It has a drawstring in the waist so that you can like tighten it. And I would say it's more of a medium. I'm going to try and put the measurements for all these pieces on the listings, just because I feel like putting the size is not always as helpful as just putting the actual measurements. This obviously does not go with the top that I'm wearing right now, but you can see like I'm more of a size small and you can still make it fit because it does tighten. And I'm just wearing like nude little shorts under because these pieces are like on the sheer end. I would say it's like a pretty decent length as well. It's not as mini as some of the other ones I've made. So I would love to see this find a new home because it's really, really cute. I'm looking around and most of these are tops. So I think I'm just gonna try and get through all the bottoms first. This is from a video that ended up being a bit controversial. Basically, I fed ChatGPT a photo of my cupcake ruffle skirt that I just showed you and had it write a pattern. And I followed it just to like prove that yes, they can generate a knit or crochet pattern, but it's completely wrong. And so I made this like not so great skirt. It's like this weird waffle texture because that's the stitch they told me to use. It's also like weirdly long, and I did put some elastic in it, but I don't know. This would definitely have to be like a layering piece that you wear over pants. And I'm not sure why anyone would want it, but I'll list it. Next up, we have two pieces that I usually wear together, but I'm going to sell them separately because they're not technically the same yarn. First, I have these shorts. These are my first ever crochet micro shorts. This is like one of my patterns. Something a little weird about it is I like stitched an elastic band onto the inside and it looks a bit janky. I think I am going to tear this out and switch it and like slip stitch a thin elastic cord on the inside. That's what I do now. It works better. It looks a lot cleaner. It's made from cotton. It's really great for summer, very cute. And then I have this is also one of my patterns, my Mesh Me Up button up. This is a short sleeve version. The one thing I'll say about this is that it is made out of merino. So it's like a bit weather confused, but I think the fiber being warmer isn't the biggest issue because it's obviously like a really open textile, and then I use these like little, can you see these little brown wooden buttons? Okay, I've thrown on a little white tank just so I have something to wear under this top, but look how cute they look together. I've also worn this with just like a white bikini top and had it been a really cute beach outfit. What I will say about the shorts, they're, I would say a size small, but you'll see that like, even though there's extra length in the back, it doesn't fully cover my butt because I did kind of make this to be more of a beach short. But I will say, like, if you are a more traditional size small, it probably will cover your butt. Most size small things don't really like, are way too short for me in the back just because of my proportions. So if you have a size small butt, this does have like extra length in the back that should cover everything. Oh, and one thing that's not really a big deal, but I figured I should call it out. This top doesn't have set buttonholes. You just kind of stick them between the stitches on this side. So just something to keep in mind, because when you button it, you will have to make sure you're like evenly spacing the buttons because there's not a set place to button it, but I don't think it's a big deal. Is it just me, or is the blue making me look a little bit more tan? Y'all know I love wearing black. I don't gravitate towards color that much, but I have been coming around to realizing that sometimes wearing color does give your skin more of like a healthy tone. Speaking of grabbing this bad boy from the corner of my bed, you guys have seen this in a million of my videos. This is the FAQ 202 from Foreo, who are also kindly sponsoring this video. This is a light therapy mask that has been clinically proven to reduce wrinkles by 32% in just 2 weeks. I have been using it for like 1.5 years now. I'll insert some before and after photos. I used to have a lot of acne scarring, like fine lines around my eyes, and just like generally kind of like a dull and not very even skin tone. And this has been amazing for reducing fine lines, evening and brightening my complexion, helping to fade my acne scars. It has 8 different wavelengths that all target different skincare concerns. It's also super easy to use. It's wireless, a Bluetooth connects to your phone, so you can just put on a timed treatment. So I'll just use it while I'm like knitting in bed or while I'm cleaning the apartment. I know I always say this, but I think the price can be justified because this isn't a skincare product that's gonna run out after a few months. Like, you can use it for a lifetime, you can share it with roommates or family, and the cost per use just quickly goes down to almost to nothing. Foreo is also celebrating their birthday right now, which is one of their best sales of the year. So you can either click the link down below or scan this QR code and use my code amazing35G for an additional 35% off. So that's up to 50% off some of their products. Like, right now is really the time to bite the bullet. I just think it's a really great gift for yourself or someone who could indulge a little bit more in self-care. And I don't need to tell y'all that I use it every day, because if you watch my videos, you know it makes an appearance in every single one. Anyways, our next piece, while we're on the note of blue, is this skinny scarf that I knit out of the same merino that I used for this shirt. What I will say about this is it's a little bit wide for a skinny scarf. Like, I just really don't like how thick it looks around the neck. Are you seeing this? Like, I don't know. I also have famously really struggle to style skinny scarves, even though I love how they look. So realistically, it's time for me to let this go. I think if you're someone who styles these a lot, and if you want a skinny scarf that will actually keep you warm, this is a really great option. Like, the merino wool is really nice. Next is more of a winter piece. I love how there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm going through these. You might be surprised that I'm selling this because I made it fairly recently. This is my watercolor brushed sweater pattern. And here, let me try it on first. This is actually so cute and so soft. I haven't worn it in like well over 1 year. And I don't know why I gravitate towards the pink green color combo so much, even though I will never wear something that's pink and green. I love it as a color combo, not on me. And I also made this like on the more cropped end, which I feel like some people really love, but I tend to like more of a full length sweater. I also like a more oversized one. Like, I usually make the size medium in this pattern. So the size small, I just like don't really care about. It's made for mohair delight. So mohair, really, really warm, but also itchy if you're someone who has skin sensitivity and thinks mohair is itchy. I do love this one though. I'm gonna be really mad if this doesn't sell because it's so cute. Next, we have another sweater. This one is old. I think it's from like 2023, maybe 2022. And I crocheted this. Well, actually, I think the ribbing on the sleeves and the bottom is knit. It's like a crochet knit combo. I got a lot of requests for a pattern for this, but I like really freehanded it and I don't really know how I made it. And I do think that like if you crocheted the ribbing, it wouldn't have as much stretch. And I didn't want to like release a pattern for people who need to be able to crochet and knit. And I made it out of an acrylic. So it's like an insanely warm sweater. Like it's, okay, I know I'm supposed to be like incentivizing you to buy these things, but I really need to warn you that this is so freaking warm. So like you should wear a tank top under it. Like it's great for really cold winter days, but as soon as you get inside, you will want to take it off. And so I feel like that's why I don't really wear it, because the fit is really cute. Once again, let me put this on. So you can see it has like a really cinched waist, these long cinched arm cuffs and a collar. Honestly, a really cute and unique sweater shape. It's just really, really warm. But other than that, I do love it. And I will say it's like kind of pilling a little bit just because of the yarn I used. So also keep that in mind. I also think just in general, I used too thick of a yarn for this. Like you see how this drape isn't really draping and it's just kind of like creating wrinkles. But I am feeling a bit tempted to revisit this, maybe for a future pattern release, because I think if you used a thinner yarn, something more drapey, this actually would be super cute. Again, I don't know how you would get like the necessary stretch and the ribbing if it's crochet, but I'm also hoping that this finds a new home with someone who lives in a colder climate, because otherwise you're not going to be able to wear it. Next is another older piece. This was kind of a stash busting situation. I had this like chunkier yarn. I didn't really know what to do with it. So I made this uber cropped little sweater vest. And then I just did some black stitching along the border and stitched a star on it. It kind of gives me like K-pop vibes. Does that make sense? Like kind of like cutesy street style. And you have this collar that you can fold down like this. This is honestly quite cute. I'm not tempted to keep it because I don't know when I would wear it. And I'll admit, it's a little weather confused. I think it's probably an acrylic yarn, so it is on the warmer end, but it's like super cropped. But if this is more your style, it's kind of fun. I don't know. I've been really loving like super cropped top with like a really low-waisted pant. While we're on the topic of sweater vests, let's just go through all of them. This is I think it's called the Cowboy Snoopy pattern from Woolen Buggers. I did a pattern test just because I hadn't really done color work before that and I kind of wanted to try it. So you have Snoopy on the front, then you have this desert sunset on the back. I don't need to tell you all that this is not my style. Like, it's not something I would wear, but I feel like this would be so cute on someone who has a more colorful, quirky style. Let me just put it on for you so you can see the fit. Pretty full length. It's not a super low V or anything. And it has like kind of thinner straps, which I like. It's not too chunky or anything. What do we have next? Okay, our last sweater vest. In case you can't tell, this is inspired by the one that Wednesday Addams wore in the Netflix show. I don't really know why I made this. I guess I was hopping on the trend. It's like not my style. I also used acrylic for it, and it has like double the weight because of the color work. So this thing is a freaking unit. Like, it is heavy and it is warm. It definitely has a wider and boxier fit. Like, don't expect it to have a ton of drape. I honestly feel like I'm in a suit of armor, but it actually is quite cute. Like this with like some big black jeans and some Doc Martens. I could see this looking really cool on someone who dresses a little bit more like Wednesday, but it's not even like that I wouldn't wear something checkered. I just accepted I'm not a sweater vest person. I have gotten so many sweater vests, made so many sweater vests over the years, and I just like, I don't know if it's like it being weather confused or what, I don't wear them. So you've probably noticed I haven't made a sweater vest in years because I have come to terms with that fact. Next, let's get into Boleros because I have quite a few of these. This is, you know what, I'm gonna put it on because you can't tell what this is right now. Now you may have seen, I have that top that's like connected squares. It's like inspired by Issa Boulder. This is the same design motif, but in these like sleeves. It just has like a string that connects it in the back. So it's like a shrug bolero situation. This is another instance where I didn't really use the right yarn. And this is the case for a lot of these because these are all like older projects. back when I used to only use yarn from Michaels and I hadn't really like discovered more specialty yarns. So I would love to remake this out of cotton because it is a bit chunky and stiff and like thick, which I don't know that I love. But I do hope someone buys it because it honestly looks fucking sick. Like every time I've worn this, I've gotten so many compliments. It just like isn't that well executed. And I have to be super honest, sometimes like the squares do come apart. It's only happened to me like one time, but this is another reason that I sometimes get nervous about like selling things that I made for myself. I feel like I don't make them like that secure because I'm like, oh, if it comes apart, I can just fix it. But I'm scared like if someone buys something and then it comes apart, I'm really not doing a good job of convincing you guys to buy things. Just like for this, the square connecting is not my finest work. So it would best be purchased by someone who at least knows how to like tie two squares together with a knot. Actually, I think everyone knows how to do that, hopefully. So this is my mohair bolero pattern. I've made like a million versions of these. This colorway is just not really something that I gravitate towards. I've also talked about how I don't really wear boleros and shrugs that much, ironically, because as you can see, I used to make a lot of them. It's kind of like the sweater vest. I like stopped because I'm like, I've just accepted that this is not really the type of piece that I wear. And this one is like, I don't know, it's like an interesting green teal. If you've watched all my videos, you're probably sick of this reaction, but every time I put this on, I'm like, why don't I wear these? Like they're actually so cute and I love the way they fit. I just think this color combo doesn't speak to me as much. I have like the original green one that I made, and I feel like this color combo is a little bit more me than this one, but I do hope someone gets this because it's like made from, this is Bolero, this is mohair, and then this is merino wool. So it's like really warm, really soft. And I always say this, but it's so perfect for those in-between days where like you don't want to bring a jacket. You can just like ball this up and throw it in your purse, and it's like great for after the sun sets and it gets a little bit colder, especially if you're going to like festivals, like all day festivals where you want to wear like a really skimpy outfit for the daytime, but then you don't want to freeze at night. Because like, look how small this compresses to. It's like so convenient. This is one that I legitimately forgot I made. Oh, actually I made this to go with that like crochet rosette bralette. Where is that? I haven't seen that in a long time. But I guess I wanted it to be like a set. So I made this like mesh sleeve situation. This is actually very cute. I kind of want to make like a solid version of this. I know I just said that I don't wear shrugs, but like, I don't know. This is like one of those instances where I come to terms with the fact that crochet is not super my style. I love those like stretchy cotton, almost like ballerina type shrugs, but the crochet version, I just feel like I gravitate towards less. But yeah, this is just like a simple cotton mesh one. This honestly would be really cute to throw on over like bikinis. Like if you want a little bit more coverage with something not too warm. Yeah, I really forgot I made this. Like I'm trying to like even recollect like when or where I made it. And yeah, I don't, when did I make this? Oh, we have another one of my mohair boleros. Don't hate me, but I'm not going to try this on just because you know what it looks like. I just tried one on for you and I'm feeling a bit too lazy. You might recognize this yarn combo because I also made my OG cupcake ruffle skirt in this color combo, and I have a pattern for the matching reversible top as well. I don't really wear any of these pieces, but for my patterns, I like to keep around like at least one example. So I'm keeping this set and I'm keeping this set. It's like another version of it that I made, except that this one is long and has bows on it. I'm just kind of keeping these two sets because I feel like it's good to have examples of my patterns, even if, let's be honest, I don't wear any of that. But for the bolero, I have the green one. I also have a gray one that I've kept for myself. So I don't really need to have this in my inventory, and this would be so cute for someone who loves pink, which I do love pink. Okay, I just like don't really wear pink. Oh wow, this is another piece that I completely forgot I made. It's actually kind of beautiful. It's like knit out of a single strand of mohair, And it's like a little bow shrug situation. Like, look how cute and dainty that is. Again, just not really my style. And it is on the warmer end. Like, I wouldn't really recommend it for summer because the mohair is quite warm. I think it's more of, again, a shrug that you would like keep in your bag for when it gets colder. It is like on the more fragile end, just because like, look how thin the textile is. And for the string that like attaches the two sleeves, I currently have a little knot in it just to make it tighter. So like you can kind of tie the string as tight as you want it to be, depending on like the width of your shoulders. But this is actually so pretty. Also don't remember when I made this. I think that's all our boleros. Next we have kind of like bolero inspired sweaters. This, again, with the pink and green color combo, like in what world was I gonna wear this? I just feel like this section of pink on the top is way too thick. You know what I mean? And I get a lot of requests to write a sweater version of that bolero pattern. But the thing is, I don't know, I just find that like this as a sweater or a top instead of a bolero becomes way less practical. Because yeah, you can wear like a white tank under like this, but it's one of those things where it's like, what exactly do you wear under? Like it's too sheer for you to just like wear pasties. But then I feel like a tank top under doesn't look as clean. Whereas like a tank top with the bolero looks really good. This is really freaking warm. I need to actually take it off immediately. It's like mohair and this boucle. Yeah, I don't know. It's like the color combo. I don't love this section, but again, like all these things that I'm calling out, they're very specific to me. Like I think this on the right person would be really cute, but we'll see. Maybe everyone agrees and no one will buy it. This is actually the worst possible thing that I could do while my perm is drying. It's like I'm trying to make it as frizzy as possible by like putting on and taking off things. Similar vein, we have this like cropped sweater situation. I actually wanted to make it full length, but I ran out of, did I run out of the mohair? Did I run out of the blue yarn? I don't remember. But it's like uber cropped, which just makes it like way less likely that I would wear it. This is a better example though of how I would construct like a sweater version of the bolero. The other one I feel like is a bit wonky because I tried to like work it bottom up in panels, but I do think this style looks better if you work it more like as a raglan. Honestly, I'm having second thoughts about selling this, or if I do sell it, I am gonna list it for more because I love this piece. It's so sick. Like, yes, the crop is kind of random, but I think the contrast between the ultra short length and the really long sleeves is kind of cool. And it doesn't look bad over a tank. Like, I don't know why before when I used to wear this, I was like, what do I wear under it? But this honestly looks fine. And so I work this as a raglan. I like this little like floating bit of blue. Like this is a better way to handle the stripe motif versus like the last one I showed you, right? Like it looks better when you don't have like a big block of the thick yarn at the top. Yeah, this one's very cool. It is also quite warm, but not as bad as that one because I don't know if you can tell, but like I crocheted the mohair like super, super loose on this one. So it's definitely a little bit more open and breathable compared to the last one. I kind of understand why this one went so viral. It was kind of cool. Like I could definitely see this in one of those like really expensive New York City stores, you know? Okay, I'm looking at my pile and we're nearing the end, thank God, because I'm getting very tired of trying things on. Let's go through the accessories. I have this insanely large scarf. Like it's made out of a super chunky wool, but then why did I make it so long? This is definitely for someone who lives in a really warm, really cold climate, but I do think this is such a cool piece. I basically worked in a bunch of different colors of like acrylic yarn with the wool to give it like this kind of ombre striped effect. And then I have these really cute multicolored tassels on the bottom. This is actually like, I'm not gonna lie, this would go for so expensive in a store because just the amount of like really nice wool that went into it and how thick and warm it is. And I do think it's really unique. So I hope someone is in need of like the largest scarf ever and buys this because I think it's really, really cute. I just get very overstimulated by like putting on a bunch of winter accessories. So like wearing this and then like getting on the subway in New York like would be my worst nightmare. Oh man, this is good memories from my granny square video. And I made this granny square bonnet and then everyone like agreed with me that I kind of look like a wrestler or a baby in it. I don't know, something about my head or my hair color, but I'm like so convinced that this would look cute on someone else. Like I really love the kind of like Valentine's Day pink and white color combo. And it's like a nice, cute little rounded shape for your head. You know, it is acrylic, but it's like on your head anyway, so I don't think it matters if it's on the itchier side. And I really want someone to buy this. I hate being this person, but I think it would look really cute on someone with beautiful blonde hair. Like on a Scandinavian, you know? Any Scandinavians out there want this? If so, it's yours. This is making me realize though, I also made a granny square hood in that video. And it should also be in this pile, but I don't see it, so wonder where that went. Guess we'll never know. Our last accessory is my pansy bag. This is a pattern from Scum Stitch that I helped test. This is so cute. It's made from acrylic. A dumb thing that I did, I sewed lining into it, but I used like an old company t-shirt from my last corporate job. So the lining is like, it's not as stretchy as the bag. Like it still gives you some structure, but if you put something really heavy in here, it will kind of like drag the bag downwards, you know? So I don't really use it because it's not my style, but if you are going to use it, I wouldn't try to put like a whole laptop in here. But it's so cute. Like if you are like a very whimsical girl, like every time I have worn this out, everyone's complimented it. I mean, come on, you guys know this is not my style, but I really, really love it. And I want someone to buy it and wear it out and get compliments on the street, because you will. Accessories, done. Now we have 3 of these kind of like barely there summer tops. The first one, I so regret not wearing this for the Knicks game. I would have, but I completely forgot I had it because again, it's in a freaking suitcase under my bed. But this, people call it my coaster or pot holder top because it does kind of look like that, but it doesn't look like that once you have it on, you know? Let me put it on. I hate trying stuff on. I'm really doing this for y'all and so that you will buy this shit so that I can be done with it. Okay, actually, don't hate me. I'm not gonna try these tops on because they have like lace ups in the back and it's a whole ordeal and I don't really want to try them on. And I know for a fact that I have really good photos of me wearing these. So like you will know what they look like from the front and the back. But this is like cute little Knicks / I don't know. People make fun of me for loving this blue and orange color combo because it is giving Knicks, it is giving Tide detergent. But I don't know, I just gravitate towards it. Like even with like these jeans, like that's cute, right? I say that, but I'm about to sell it, which means I wouldn't wear it. So if you like more color, this is like a really great festival top, cotton, breathable, open back. Get it while it's hot. This is an oldie. I feel like I literally made this like during COVID. It's like this cool spiral motif that I just found online. And again, it's like an open back. I will say this one I made out of acrylic. This is from my Michael's yarn era. So it is a bit weather confused. Like it's kind of warm, but it's also very open. So it's not too bad. It would honestly be sick to make another one of these in cotton. But would I wear that? Probably not. Maybe in black? I don't know, but this one's really cool. This is also for sale. And then this one, I won't blame you guys if you don't buy it. This is from the like crochet telephone video that I made with Jada and Aspen. We basically like worked on something and then like passed it to the next person for 20 minutes. And so the 3 of us combined made this little top. It honestly looks pretty cool on. Like it's a really interesting color combo, but it is barely there, like open back and quite see-through. You have to wear like pasties or a sticky bra under. So It's not the most practical. I probably won't list it for very much, but if there is someone who would wear it, I'd love to see that. Next, we have a top that I knit. I made this from the Arcane Fiberworks wool, so it's a really nice material. I can't lie, it's a bit janky on the inside. Like I have all these ends that I tied, so just be forewarned. And it's like a really pretty colorway. I'll put it on for you because I do love the fit of this one, and it is reversible. Like it almost kind of has an athletic cut to it. I do think this would look really cool on someone whose shoulders are not quite as wide as mine. I feel like the reason I don't love it is because it landed like a little bit more narrow on my shoulders than I wanted. But if you have like a more normal size small frame, I think this would look really cool. And it's actually like quite comfy and cute. I don't know why. I think like sweater shirts are just not really my style. And like, I also think color changing yarn, as beautiful as it is, what is this random loose end? I really have to deal with the ends before I ship this out. But as cool as this like textile is, I don't know that it's super my style. Oh, and there's a loose end up there too. Really good. This is what I mean when I say some of the things I make, I'm like, I feel kind of bad sending this to someone because I really haven't done the finishings properly, but I promise I will deal with all these ends before I ship it out. And then this is what it looks like the other way around. It's more of like a kind of square scoop neck top. I actually like it more this way around, I think, just because like the straps ended up being a bit thinner and more narrow than I had expected. This really is cute. Like I hope despite my random ends, someone buys this because it's like honestly a really nice fitting, very cute basic. And again, this yarn is like so comfortable on the skin. Arcane Fiberworks really does have like amazing fibers. And we are at the very end. I purposely left this one for the end because this is the ultimate like looks good on, but what the fuck is going on the inside situation. So this is from a previous video. The top is actually very cute. It's like a little granny square tie top that you can wear either way around. Again, full transparency. This is what all the tied ends in the inside look like. The shorts are really where it gets a bit crazy. So, oh my God. I honestly don't think I'm gonna list these shorts, guys, because, or maybe I'll list them, but I don't know like who on God's green earth is gonna buy them. Basically, the inside is insane. If someone buys it, I will cut out these waistbands and again, like crochet in some elastic cord instead, but also to like cinch the granny squares on the sides, I like folded them inwards, but that means that there's like fully just like half a granny square on the inside of these shorts. Like it's a little bit insane in here. And this is all made out of acrylic, so it's like really heavy and quite warm. So, okay, I'll put it on for you, but the top is cute, but the shorts are like, I don't know. They're like so heavy and such a, I'll show you. Turns out my hips have gotten quite a bit wider since the last time I tried this set on, and those shorts don't go over my hips anymore. I do think they'll fit a normal size small, but here's the top anyway. This is very cute. Not my style, I wouldn't wear it, but I hope someone buys this because like, look how fun that is. And you can flip it around, or I guess I'll show you. See, then it fits like this, more of like a wider kind of rectangular top. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the shorts just because they're a bit crazy. If someone wants to buy the shorts and like use the granny squares for something, let me know in the comments, but I feel bad listing it because I don't even know how to like explain what's going on there. And that is everything, I think. I mean, it's very possible that I'm gonna find more things to sell in the future, but I guess I'll just list them as I find them. But I am going to have all of this on my website. I'm gonna try and list like the fiber, sizing, measurements, stuff like that. But I just wanted to have this video up so that I could like put the timestamps and so people could watch the video and get a little bit more context on these pieces and what any quirks they might have. I hope this is interesting to watch, even if you don't plan to buy anything. I personally actually really love to see creators talk about the pieces they don't wear because I don't know, everyone's style is very different. And I feel like a lot of the pieces that like I don't gravitate towards, people are so surprised. And then the things that I do keep in my closet are like very simple, but I'll reach for them all the time. I'm still like learning, honestly, about what I like and don't like. And I also have learned to stop using like the wrong fibers for things, like using cotton for summer stuff and using wool for winter stuff. And I don't use acrylics that much, even though I'm not an acrylic shamer. Acrylic can work, but I use it a lot less now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please buy anything that speaks to you. I'm really just trying to clear out some space in my apartment. And yeah, hopefully it was good inspo. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye guys.
You left the kitchen light on and it's 2 to go to there. It's better.